When you start acting as if you already belong at the top, your mind begins to chart the way. You speak with confidence. You walk with purpose. You attract respect. This is the transformation from doubting to doing. The goal is the life you know you're destined to live. And the stakes? If you keep waiting for the perfect moment, you might wait forever. But if you move now, you change everything. In the next few minutes, you'll discover how to act as if nothing scares you and unlock the mindset that attracts success. It's the mindset that shatters your limitations. Every limitation you perceive is not a permanent reality. It's not etched into the world around you, nor built into the laws of nature. It's created in your mind. The boundaries that feel unbreakable, the ceilings that seem impossible to break, and the walls that stand before your dreams, they are not real. They are mental barriers. And when you understand this truth, when it hits you deep in your soul, life transforms. Limitations are not facts. They are beliefs, and beliefs can be changed. These barriers are not steel chains. They are shadows that disappear the moment you shine the light of courageous thought on them. When you let fear control your thoughts, you become a prisoner of imagined obstacles. But when you rise with unwavering faith in your abilities, you begin the journey toward mastery. Think of Hannibal Barca, a Carthaginian general trained to defy the impossible. When Rome dominated the Mediterranean world, Hannibal led his army across the Alps, something that seemed suicidal to most. With elephants, infantry, and a heart full of resolve, he made his way to Rome's doorstep. His journey was not easy. It was carved through snow, fear, and treacherous mountains. Yet, through it all, he refused to let fear determine his fate. What fueled his audacity? It wasn't luck. It wasn't validation. It was the absence of fear. Hannibal knew the challenges he faced, but he refused to worship them. He refused to bow to the fear of rejection or the terror of failure. Time after time, he moved forward with faith when others would have retreated in doubt. His legacy wasn't the result of chance, it was the natural consequence of his courage. Each of us is presented with two choices at the crossroads of every opportunity: to act boldly or retreat in fear. The bold will grow, the fearful will decay. Most people are imprisoned by their comfort zones, mistaking safety for peace. But safety is not peace. It's stagnation disguised as wisdom. Real peace comes only when you move boldly toward your purpose, confronting uncertainty with the calmness of someone who trusts their inner power. Fear is a liar. It tells you that you're not ready, not worthy, not capable. It whispers that failure is dangerous, that rejection is the end. But failure is a lesson. Rejection is simply redirection. Both are stepping stones on the path to greatness. The only true danger is inaction. It is the silent killer of dreams. Dissolve your limitations. You must act. Not wait, not hope, not pray for the right moment. Action is the key that turns the impossible into the inevitable. Bold action, unburdened by the need for guarantees, unchained from the craving for certainty, is the hallmark of all high achievers. Boldness is not recklessness. It's alignment with your vision. It's the discipline to act in the face of fear, because you know that fear is not real. Only your dream is real. You are greater than any obstacle. This isn't just a hopeful mantra. It's a truth written into your very being. Every challenge, every setback, every difficulty is simply an invitation to rise. And those who rise, who act, who persist, will discover that the walls were never real. The ceilings were illusions. The boundaries were nothing but thoughts. There's a fire within every person, a quiet, unbreakable will. It may sleep under the weight of doubt, but it awakens when summoned by purpose. When you act with fearless belief, this fire becomes your guide. It lights the way through the fog of uncertainty. It burns down the bridges of hesitation. Greatness isn't for those who wish or endlessly analyze, but for those who dare to act with faith and power, those who move before the conditions are perfect, who build their wings as they fall. These are the creators of empires, the authors of change. The chains that bind any man or woman are not forged by society. They are formed in thought. And the key to breaking those chains is action. Bold, courageous, purposeful action. Step forward. The chains will shatter. The walls will crumble. The world will clear a path. You are not limited. You are limitless. But only action will reveal the invisible workshop of the mind lies a force more powerful than all the armies of the world. The power of thought. This force shapes your destiny, sculpts your character, and lays the foundation for every achievement. Every person who has risen from obscurity to greatness has first mastered their thoughts. Act as if fear does not exist, and watch how quickly your environment rearranges to meet your new standard. Fear is not real. It's a thought wrapped in doubt. Cast it aside, and your true self will emerge. The person who learns to master fear becomes the master of their fate and the captain of their soul. Your thoughts give birth to beliefs. These beliefs drive your actions. Repeated actions become habits, and habits build the reality in which you live. To change your world, change your thoughts. All progress, all wealth, all peace begins from within who holds firm belief in his purpose, carries himself differently. His eyes are set with determination. His words are powerful. He takes bold action, not because he knows the outcome, but because he knows his cause is just. And in return, the world yields. Doors open. Circumstances shift. Fortunes change. Meanwhile, the person governed by fear delays, hesitates, and finds reasons why success isn't for them. They watch others rise while remaining trapped by the chains of doubt. To think without fear is to unlock your potential. It's to plant your flag on the summit of your dreams before the climb has even begun. History honors the bold thinkers, those who believed in themselves when the world doubted them. The builders of bridges, the dreamers of empires, the authors of peace. Their victories were born not in certainty, but in courageous imagination. Ask yourself, what reality am I creating with my thoughts? What grand vision have I buried beneath fear? And more importantly, what could I become if I focused only on success? You are never defeated by external forces. Defeat begins in the mind. Adopt the mindset of a victor. See yourself as the person you wish to become and start acting accordingly. Speak as if you command the future. Walk as if the ground beneath you is made for your journey. Choose thoughts that uplift, empower, and direct you toward your goal. Because when you think fearlessly, you don't wait for permission. You create your own opportunity. Every building, every innovation, every triumph that exists today was once just a thought held firmly in the mind of a fearless individual. Now the question is, what reality will you create? Guard your thoughts, for they are the seeds of your destiny. Think boldly, think clearly, and let the power within you shape the world around you. Every person who seeks to rise above mediocrity will inevitably face adversity. It's not a matter of if, but when. Setbacks are a part of life. But here's the secret known only to those who have tasted greatness. Your attitude towards setbacks determines your trajectory. Most people stumble and stay down, cursing their misfortune. But the ones who rise, the ones who persevere, turn those setbacks into stepping stones, using every challenge to propel them higher. They question their worth. But the man who is determined, the one who has locked his vision on a burning purpose, sees setbacks not as punishment, but as preparation. This shift in mindset holds immense power. There's wisdom in learning to see failure as feedback. When you adopt this mindset and act fearlessly, even in the face of repeated defeat, something miraculous happens. Your failures become fuel. Take Alexander Graham Bell, for example. His vision of transmitting the human voice across distances was once considered laughable. In his laboratory, he faced breakdown after breakdown. His prototypes failed. His ideas were challenged. Yet, not once did he surrender to despair. He saw each failure not as a sign of impossibility, but as a lesson. Each error was a teacher. Each delay was a sharpening stone. And so, with unshakable faith in his purpose, he pressed on. His setbacks became stepping stones that ultimately led to the invention of the telephone, a device that forever transformed human communication. So, what will you do with your setbacks? Will you treat them as chains, or will you use them as chisels to sculpt your future? If this message hit home, don't just sit there. Hit that like button, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and make sure you subscribe for more powerful content like this. Your future is waiting, but it won't wait forever. Act now. I'll see you in the next one.